Hello everyone. Greetings from National Skills Network, NSN Hyderabad. Today we have an international guest with us, Mr. Janaka Jayalath, who's the Acting Director General for Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission, Sri Lanka. Good morning, sir, and I'm really pleased to have you today, in this short conversation that we have planned with you. I would like to go ahead to learn more about the tertiary and vocational education system in Sri Lanka, what India can learn from Sri Lanka, and how we can collaborate further. So let's get started, sir. You can perhaps share, your views on this interesting combination of tertiary and vocational education in Sri Lanka, and how does the system work?
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. And this is very interesting topic because I've been in the TVET sector for last maybe 20 years.
Okay.
And I would like to talk about TVET and how it system works. And in Sri Lanka, we have general education and technical vocational education and training, professional education, and some foreign qualification also working, and we work collaboratively. So it's basically there's a higher education sector as well. In Sri Lanka, under the education ministry, we have 4 segments. One is the general education and technical vocational education, that means the skills development and vocational education, and the higher education, and which comes the whole academic kind of universities, and professional qualifications are also registered with us under our regulatory framework. And we simply call the TVEC, TVEC. This is the Tertiary and Vocational Education Commission, which is the apex body or the regulatory authority, qualification authority, we can say, which is currently doing the coordination role, regulatory, quality assurance, qualification offering in the TVET sector.
Okay.
And actually, when we speak about TVET sector especially, we have like 1,700 active training centers around the island, and 650 is from public sector, and 1,050 from private and NGO sector. So altogether, it's about 1,700 institutes. And recently, we have recently means the 2014, we introduced the national vocational qualification, which is the current national system in Sri Lanka for vocational qualification. It has 7 levels. The 1 to 4, we call it NVQ 1 to 4, is the certificate, 5, 6, diploma, higher diploma, and 7 is the degree level. So person who are coming to the lower levels can go up to the degree while working, or they can directly go step by step. And in this period, we have launched different programs because this COVID pandemic. We have a separate program how the students get the learning inside the home, and we use different medias like supporting materials, video materials, and TV lessons, and learning management systems to cope up with the pandemic. And recently, the government introduced the 13 years compulsory education. That is a very policy level decision that government has taken. Is a very positive one, which the school system, the students from school system directly come to the TVET sector for particular sectors. That is a recent development in our system. So you can ask anything to be clarified within what I say.
Yeah, definitely. Since you mentioned the training partners or the training organizations, which sounds very similar to the system we have in India, I would like to know more about how you maintain this demand-driven kind of a system where the industry demands are getting addressed through skilling, because there is always a perceived skill gap. And how do the private and the public sector come together in Sri Lanka to make it successful and effective?
Yes, actually, with the recent government, there's a presidential task force appointed, and
Mm-hmm.
they are working how to uh, move forward with the recent labor market changes. That is the very top reform that we had recently.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we have traditional tools like labor market information system, which my organization publish biannually.
Mm-hmm.
It is published in our website as well.
Mm-hmm.
And this gives the demand, employment, unemployment, supply, and some of the research in the TVET sector, how the demand changes over the time.
Okay.
And there's another tool that we use, that is the skills development report, that gives the skills landscape of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So given here, we are giving what is the skills supply and demand in national wise, what
Mm-hmm.
are the sectors that were growth, what are the occupations that were in demand, and what are the occupations that were not in high demand, and what are the recent emerging trends in the economy.
Okay.
Also, we have another tool called sectoral vocational education and training plans. We call VET plans. We have 23 sectors already. We have developed the vocational education training plans,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives more sector specific idea of skills.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have provincial VET plans because in Sri Lanka we have now 9 provinces. Each province we have developed a VET plan
Okay.
uh, for particular to govern the skills or the employment within the particular province, and what are the demanding areas, what are the potentials for skills development in within the region.
Mm-hmm.
That is one other tool. And also recently we have come up with the new TVET policy according to the labor market changes, and this is also published in our website. And according to that TVET policy, we have prepared a development plan. So there are 9 chapters in different areas. Now we have developed the development plan, and accordingly we are going to work with this development plan. Those are the things in brief for demand-driven system.
Yes, sir. Good that you pointed out so many resources. I think people who are interested can go to the website and check out more, because I have seen that the website has a lot of
Yes.
information. So that's really interesting and useful. So another related question that comes here is there a way the industry is incentivized in Sri Lanka, let's say for dual model of training, or apprenticeships, and anything that makes youth employable and helps them to get a job? So is there any such system there, and if yes, how does that work?
Yes, actually we are very much closely working with the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and industry are always consulted in developing the TVET in Sri Lanka,
Okay.
because we have 5 years back we have set up skills sector councils,
Mm-hmm.
mainly for ICT, manufacturing, tourism, and health and care sector. And there are some other on the pipeline like agriculture, packaging, logistic. They are in the discussion in the formation stage, and we are going to expand this up to maybe 12 councils, which we directly get some consultation from them. Also, when we develop the curriculums,
Yeah.
before the curriculum, we develop national competency standards, and national competency standard is the industry document. So industry people come and say what are the competencies that are required in the industry. And also we have apprenticeship-based training system, because apprenticeship system, they directly go to the industry and come for theory classes part-time or weekends. And this is called enterprise-based training, EBT. And we have another thing called OJT, on-the-job training. That is the compulsory part of the training, the normal training. After they complete the training, they have to go at least 6 months compulsory training in the industry. And also there are industry-based skills assessment. So these are on-the-job skills assessment, and we have industry-based assessor pool, which is like 2,000 assessors in the pool. There's automated system that select the 2 assessors for each assessment. So mostly we are deviating from center-based to industry-based assessments, because for the less cost and the quality in when we do the assessment in the industry. So those are the things that we have as industry linkages.
Yes, sir. And also it looks like you have leveraged technology a lot to put things online, very systematically, so that it's easily accessible. I think that's something which is absolutely needed today, so that people get access to the information. Now coming to the students and the youth, I would like to ask you something which I think the entire world is grappling with. The question of making, manual work or skill-based work, aspirational. And that is where most of the jobs are getting created. So is this something, that you do consciously as a part of your campaigns, advocacy and all? Is there something we can learn from you? How do you make it aspirational? Yeah.
Yes, actually, when we talk about the skills-based education, we need the branding, the image of the TVET. Right. Actually, when we talk about the branding, we need the recognition of particular skills-based education, and as well as employment, recognition for employment in the industry and in the society as well. And I don't know whether you know this World Youth Skills Day, which was
World Youth
established in 2014, was actually proposed by Sri Lanka. And I was instrumental in writing first concept paper for this World Youth Skills Day. And now the world is commemorating this day because to get the importance, the due importance for the TVET sector. That is very much needed, and we are going with so many programs in Sri Lanka through the radio, TV, and social media to promote and bring the recognition. And also we have 2 tools in this regard. One is the skills competition. We annual event that all the TVET student can go for this competition. Each and every sector we select 3 most competent trainees for an occupation. And the other thing is TVET Quality Awards. That is the competition for TVET training centers. So we have quite a bit of indicators. According to the indicators, we select most quality TVET training, and also apprenticeship-based training and enterprise-based training. And we give awards for those training providers to encourage and motivate them yearly. Those are the tools that we use for those.
Yes, sir. And it is very interesting to know that you mentioned about the World Youth Skills Day. I think that is playing a very important role, as you just mentioned, in making skills aspirational and conveying the importance. Sir, is there anything that you would like to mention which is very unique to Sri Lankan system, which could be, let's say, an innovative practice which the rest of the world can learn about?
Yes, actually, recently we have launched the Skills Passport, which I have already published in my LinkedIn account as well. This is the unique, the card-like thing, smart card, which contains the qualification as well as the experience. These are the certified experience by the employers. This project is done with the support of ILO and Employees Federation of Ceylon and TVEC. And we issue this skills passport. So anybody, this is totally online system. Anybody can recognize particular person for their skills. So the person can either bring this card or without the card also with this the national identification number, person can identify what are the qualification and experience particular person is having. Another thing is we recently launched a disability toolkit, which encourages disabled people to come to the TVET. That is, we have introduced reasonable adjustments in assessments of NVQ assessments for getting the disabled people on board by giving extra time and by giving training to the assessors to accommodate these persons in the skills assessment. Also, now we started working with the regional qualification framework with ILO. I think India will also join with this effort in building the regional qualification framework. And we have to go as a region. I think we have to get together the countries, because I am the center coordinator for UNESCO UNIVOC, which is coordinating 9 countries. India is also one, and we have Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, Iran, and Sri Lanka. There are 9 countries in the region, so we are coordinating most of the events and sharing best practices in the region. And also we are part of the various other donors like World Bank, ADB, and GIZ. We are working with international agencies to uplift the TVET and the quality assurance activities. And we are trying to merge or map the quality assurance of qualification frameworks. And that is we call the mutual recognition of qualifications, where we want to have a free movement in the region as well as to the other regions for our workers. And I think those are the things in pipeline we are working right now. Thank you.
That's very exciting, sir. And I hope all of them will really add value, not only to Sri Lanka, but as you said, to other countries in the region as well as globally. Is there anything else, sir, that you wish to share with our audience?
So I wish to congratulate National Skills Network of India, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak our system in brief. And I would like to thank very much for you for giving this speak to tell something about our system. Thank you.
Sir, we are also privileged to feature you and learn about Sri Lanka. Thanks a lot. I would like to be in touch with you and learn more from the Sri Lankan system. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir.